everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so nice to be on here again and speak to amazing people. And yeah, we're in the end of April right now, so I hope the first half of the year is going so well for all of you guys. I hope you guys are feeling the spring. The spring is here, the weather's getting brighter, sunnier in the UK. So be outside, enjoy outside, go outside with your family, friends, partners. Enjoy outside, guys, while we can enjoy it, right? Before winter and it gets dark at literally 2 p.m. So enjoy it while it's here, guys. Enjoy the weather. But today I just wanted to kind of talk about a topic that's been in my mind, and it's just basically motivation versus discipline, right? And what exactly is motivation versus discipline. And for someone like me that is a L'Oreal content creator, I do makeup content for L'Oreal, I do makeup content for Maybelline, NYX Cosmetics, YSL, Prada Beauty, CeraVe. When it comes to skincare, I do content for CeraVe, Kelly. So there's so many amazing brands, and there's so much that goes behind what I do, right? Like the scripting process in terms of making sure like all my content is scripted properly, making sure like I have an actual planned call to action plan. And I'm not just saying I'm going to do X, Y, Z without an actual plan, right, guys? So there's a lot that goes behind content creation, and as fun and as whimsical and fun and bold and playful as it is, if you're not planning what you're doing, it's not going to come out the way you want it to come out. It's not going to come out in the best way. So motivation versus discipline, right? And I'm also a DJ, guys. I'm a DJ. I am known to be an Afrobeats DJ. I love all genres, but Afrobeats is my bag. It's my favorite genre. And yeah, been DJing for over 5 years as well. So how do I stay consistent in what I love? How do I show up for myself? Because it's not easy, guys. My Nanja, I've always got to sprinkle a little bit of Nanja accents to what I'm saying, but life is not easy, guys. Like, you have to have a plan and you have to be disciplined. And I think motivation is good to have. Obviously, like, motivation to me is that energy. Like, you get the energy of like, wow, like, I want to do this. I'm so excited to try a new hobby. I'm so excited to try a new career. But motivation is a feeling, right? It's a feeling, and feelings come and they go, and feelings are not concrete sometimes. Like, you can wake up in the morning and be like, oh my gosh, I'm in the best mood, I'm going to achieve so much today, and then it hits 12 p.m. and you're absolutely exhausted, mate. You're exhausted. You are exhausted at 12 p.m. and you're looking at your to-do list and you're like, I can do like 2 things on this list, but that's not what we're here for, guys. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, motivation versus discipline. You have to show up for yourself even when you just don't feel like doing what you want to do. Like, you will have days when you feel so exhausted, so depleted, and it's not about how you feel all the time, because feelings are not going to actually give you results. Once you create discipline and you create like a routine for yourself, you're going to like put yourself to a standard where you have to like hold that standard, right? And this is how, even if you're working in a 9 to 5, you have routine, right? You wake up, you go to work in the morning, you might have like your day-to-day tasks to do, emails, you might have your next task to do, whatever like industry you're in, and you follow that routine weekly, daily, right? To make sure you're actually delivering KPIs. You might measure your success through a KPI. You might measure your success through like smart actions, like being measurable, having like an action plan, making sure your actions are specific, measurable, achievable, and like within a good manageable time, right? So sometimes when you rely on motivation, it's not going to get you anywhere, guys. Like, motivation is cute to say, and it's nice to have a motivation to do something, but to actually see it flourish and see it grow and see your actual like achievements come through, you need to be disciplined, guys. And I'm taking a note out of my book. So whatever I'm trying to like talk about topics with you guys is what I'm actively learning myself. I'm not perfect, so I'm always growing, I'm always evolving, I'm always trying to like perfect what I do. And as a makeup content creator and as a DJ, like there's always so much to learn, there's always more to learn and more to kind of say, right, I've achieved this level, and how can I upgrade, how can I be more polished, how can I be more, you know, ever innovative with what I'm trying to do, right? And it's discipline, guys, and discipline doesn't feel nice. It's not gonna feel nice all the time. Like I have days when I wake up and I'm doing like makeup content and I have content to do and I'm exhausted, and you might have like personal things going on in your life, you might have like health responsibilities and, you know, many other external factors could be happening, but it's about showing up for yourself even when that's happening. And that's how you create success. That's how the routine is going to come through for you, and it will feel like second nature. You won't even feel like you're doing work at a point. It will just feel so natural, like, okay, no matter what's going on in my life, I have to wake up at a certain time, I have to be structured in my day. I can't just do what I feel, because feelings, like I said, it comes and goes, and it's not stable feelings, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, how do I keep myself accountable? I always tell myself, right, with being a DJ, with being a makeup content creator, I need to be on social media, right? Social media is how I can grow, get amazing engagement from you guys, get you guys like attentive, interested in what I do. And you guys really mean the world to me, because whenever you like my content, whenever you follow me back, like any form of engagement I get from you guys, it really does help my platform grow beyond what you think, because every form of engagement is engagement to the algorithm, and that's what makes TikTok, Instagram know that, wow, this content creator is showing up, and they do have measurables. So like, again, you might have your smart targets at work where you're like specific, measurable, achievable. It's the same in social media. You need to have like targets, like how much content am I going to post a week, how much likes am I getting, how much engagement is actually coming back from what I'm posting, and that should be an indicator whether your content is doing well or whether you can improve, right? It's not really about, oh, my content is so bad. It's not really about it being bad, but you want to find a niche, you want to find your audience, and you want to please your audience in a way that you're posting what they're interested in. So if you have an audience on your social media and their interests might be sports, and you're out here talking about makeup, it might not really relate to them. So it's about understanding your audience on your platform and really understanding, like, what do they like, and if I'm doing something that is not really gravitating towards them, let me find my audience. Never change who you are, guys. Don't just like succumb to trends and whatever's popping, you're like trying to jump on the latest trend, because that's not authentic. So if you're like a makeup content creator like me, you need to find your audience that love makeup, right? That day to day they breathe, they live makeup. Like, I love makeup so much. I've got my L'Oreal spray right next to me to save me with this heat and everything. So I've got my Made by Mitchell lipstick here. I've got NYX Cosmetics here. This is what I'm saying. Like, when you love something, it just becomes part of you, and you take it everywhere with you because you love it so much, right? And if you're into music, I'm a DJ. I love music. You'll find yourself singing, producing music. If you're a producer, if you're a DJ, you'll be mixing, you'll be finding new tracks to mix and sync together. And this is what I'm saying, like, whatever you love to do, like, find your audience on social media, and that will grow in itself. Like, they will gravitate towards you because they will feel like, right, this is authentic content, this is a person that is authentic to what they like, and I'm going to show up because I'm interested, right? But it's not about motivation, guys. I'm telling you, it's not. Like, motivation is cute, like, it's nice to say I'm motivated, but what are we actually doing with the motivation? There needs to be an action plan. There needs to be like a kind of plan to, like, all right, cool, I'm motivated, and how am I actually going to achieve what I say I want to achieve? How is this going to happen, right? So for me, I always say to myself, I have to be accountable, and I post about, let's say, I post 3 times a week, so I try to release content, 3 lots of content weekly. And even if I don't feel like doing content, I have to post 3 pieces of individual content. So whether that's 1 piece of content for L'Oreal, whether that's 1 piece of content for Maybelline, whether I'm DJing, whether I'm doing something related to what I love, but it has to come out 3 times individually, right? And I try to do all my content on a Saturday or Friday, so that's when I'm most available in terms of my weekly schedule. So weekends are really good for me to like batch content. So I might do like 10 pieces of content recording on Friday, I might do 10 pieces of content recording on Saturday, I might do 5 on Friday, 5 on Saturday, right? And then by Sunday I have 10 pieces of individual contents to post for Monday, Tuesday, and so on. And what this basically does, it makes me be very organized. Even if I have a day that's like I'm really tired one day and I can't find the strength, because guys, we all get ill, we all get tired, we all get lethargic, like it happens to all of us. We all get tiredness fatigue. So if ever I'm having a day like that, because I've got so much backlog of content, I can still find content to keep the algorithm interested and to keep the algorithm busy, right? And I think this is what you guys should do. Like whatever you love to do, just make sure you're organized, you're planning your content in advance, and you're not just going off feeling like I feel like it today. But that's not always stable and guaranteed, because you don't know how you feel the next day, and you don't know how you feel a week from now, you know. I mean, one minute you feel like eating jollof rice, and the next minute you might feel like eating gari and soup. You might change your mind and you might feel like eating, I don't know, fish and rice or fish and chips, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like feelings are very, like, they're very fleeting, and they're very changing and forever changing, and you have to have concrete routine in terms of like achieving success and seeing results. Because sometimes you might be like, okay, I'm doing all this work, I'm putting so much work into what I love to do, why am I not seeing the actual results? Like sometimes people might get frustrated and feel like, okay, I'm doing everything I'm meant to do, I'm doing the content, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm not seeing the results on my algorithm, I'm not seeing the engagement, I'm not seeing the followers, I'm not seeing the likes. Because maybe you're posting one week and the next week you're ghost, and you're ghost for like 3 weeks, and then you show up again a week later, and it's like there's no accountability and there's no like consistency. And the only way to really captivate audience is to show up and to make your audience feel like you remember them, you're going to show up for them, you're going to keep giving them like content that they enjoy. That way they'll always come back, I'm telling you. And this is where I built such an amazing following on TikTok, because I go on TikTok live about 2 to 3 times a week, and I will stay on live for like 2 hours. Sometimes I might go on live in the morning and I'll stay on live for like 2 hours, or I might go on live in the evening, stay on again for 2 hours. So in the day that's like 4 hours, right? And just meeting new people and really engaging and kind of seeing who stays. Because sometimes it's not about going on live, as scary as it may seem to go on TikTok live and Instagram live or YouTube live. It's not that scary, guys. Honestly, it's kind of like a FaceTime. Think of like FaceTiming your friends, or you know when you first meet a group of friends and you're like getting to know them. It's like that. It's literally the same thing, just virtually. You're getting to know people, people are getting to know you, and it's okay if people don't like what they see. If they don't like what they see, they go, and the people that will like what they see will follow you back and will stay. And you want people that are authentic to that. You don't want everyone to just say they like you and they follow you, but they don't show up to your content. They don't like your content, they don't follow your lives. Sometimes it's hard to track real engagement if people don't come back and return. Because sometimes, how do you track retention? How do you know like people are actually interested in what you're saying? They have to come back, right? So sometimes when you're on TikTok live, don't get so flustered on, oh my god, like no one's liked me or no one's followed me. Because the people that will like your content, they will definitely do that. And sometimes people might not like you because, not that they don't like you, they might not like what your content is. Maybe you're talking about makeup and they like sports or swimming or something just a bit more outdoorsy. So we all like what we like, do you know what I'm saying? But don't let that scare you into actually putting yourself out there and actually having routine. So sometimes you might go on TikTok live, yeah, and you might have like 3 people in your live. Don't let that worry you guys, because the next time you go on live, you might have 50 people. The next time you go on live, you might have 3 again. The next time you go on live, you might have 100, 200. So it just depends on the time of day you go on live, and it depends on who actually likes the content you're talking about, because people like so many different things. Some people are more theatrical, some people are more shy, some people are into like theater, some people are into music, some people are into books and, you know, writing and poetry and just different things. So it's kind of like finding your community, and really when people do follow you back, like pouring into them. And this is where it comes down to discipline, because once you have people that genuinely follow you back or like what you're doing, you have to show gratitude in a way that, okay, I see that you like what you see, and I'm not gonna just come once a month. I'm just gonna make sure that I come through on these platforms consistently and give my all, give my best, right? So that's kind of like where I'm at with just making sure that motivation and discipline is not like confused, because it's so easy to say I'm motivated, yes, you know, new week, new this, new week, bad beat, but it's cute, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, everyone's a bad beat in their own way, but you need to be able to measure your success, measure your results. Not like one day you say this and then the next day you're doing something completely different and you're going off track, because then you have nothing to measure success by, right? And I think if you do, there's like a rule, like if you do the same thing for about 90 days, you will build routine. So if you go to the gym consistently, let's say you want to get back into like a gym routine and you go to the gym twice a week is enough, you know. If you go more, then salute to you, you're an ambassador of the fitness, you're an ambassador of the fitness community. But even if you go twice a week, it's still late, you know, well done, because me, I go twice a week and I'm good, you know what I'm saying. But if you want to go more and you're training, do your thing. But let's say you go to the gym twice a week, yeah, and you do that consistently for 90 days, you will not even feel the anxiety of going to the gym. Going to the gym will just be like, okay, I'm going to the shop, so I'm getting something around the corner shop. All right, I'm gonna go quickly, you know, brush my hair, sort my face, brush my teeth. It will be like second nature, do you know what I'm saying? So I think once you get past like the 90-day anxiety and struggle and challenges of a routine, it gets easier, guys. It does get easier. But, you know, I have a lot going on in my personal life as well. Even though I'm a bad bee, even though I'm sexy, I'm funny, I'm, you know, like my personal life, there's a lot going on. Like I have a lot of medical stuff going on, and I have a lot going on in my personal life, but I never let that cloud me. I never let that get in my head so much to the point where I don't feed and pour into myself. Because what is happiness, right? Happiness needs to be something that you're very like honest with yourself. Like, am I showing up for myself? Am I doing things that pour into me? Am I doing things that flourish me and make me feel happy and seen and you know, excited to keep going, right? So it's kind of like finding your happiness, and don't let that be traded or diluted. Don't let anyone dilute your happiness, guys. Don't let anyone influence that. But you can only stand on business when you stand on discipline, you understand? You've heard it here from DJ V exclusive. You've heard it here, limited edition advice. And anybody that is following me, big you up. Anyone that's following me, anyone that's liking my TikTok, anyone that's liking my YouTube content, and any new subscriber, big you up, because I'm really trying to grow the subscriptions on here. Thank you to everyone that's clicked that red button, subscribe on YouTube. You know I love you. I cannot, honestly, listen, you guys are my day ones. You don't understand. Like when we reach levels, yeah, we'll come back to this episode. We're gonna say, yeah, everyone that liked, everyone that showed up for these content and these videos, big all of you up, because you guys are real supporters. You guys are really community, you know what I'm saying? And everyone that's pouring into me, I pray and I hope you find the same community and people pouring to you, because I think energy attracts energy. Like if you're that type of person that is supportive and you're very genuine, you will get the same results back into your life. Like people will do the same to you, do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's good to have motivation, but really and truly, make sure you have discipline. I think discipline is the main differential factor. Like, discipline is what's going to get you to where you want to be. So make sure like you put discipline into your day-to-day routine. And even if something's not working out, let's say you try a system, you try a routine, it's not working out for you, then change the routine, change what you're doing. Don't stick doing the same thing that's not working. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, guys. If something's not working for you, it's not working. So change it up, go again. Different style, different energy, different everything. You know, you don't need to explain that to people. Like, you do what works well for you, but make sure like you are holding yourself to some type of accountability, and you are like tracking your success. So I would give you guys a little challenge, like whatever you want to do, whatever hobby, whatever dream career you're trying to get into, kind of plan out your call to action. What is your call to action? What are you trying to put forward for yourself? And then say to yourself, right, okay, I want to go into fitness, or, you know, go into like physio, or go into like health and fitness and wellness. How do I get into that industry? I might need to train, I might need to study, and make sure you're actually like sacrificing time in your week to actually do the certain things that you need to do. So, you know, depending on the industry, if you're trying to be a content creator like me, I would say stick to like a certain number of postings. So you could say for 90 days I'm gonna post 3 times a week. That's a good challenge. That's a very like achievable challenge. And then if you feel like because sometimes, guys, I post more than 3 times. It just depends on how much content I have and how much needs to be posted in that week, depending on the message I'm trying to do, like the content I'm trying to release, and what is my messaging behind it, right? So if you've got like a new project that you're working on, you might have more than 3 pieces of content, but you might want to post 5 because you've got this new project that you're working on, marketing, launching. If it's a new song you're releasing, if it's a new DJ mix you're mixing and you're getting ready to drop, if it's like your new, you know, it could be makeup content you're trying to put together, you might have more than 3, which is amazing. But have 3 as your minimum, and say to yourself, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have to post. Monday's a good day because it's the start of the week, people are active on their phones. Wednesday's midweek, people check phones and see what's going on with trends, news, everything. And Friday, it's a weekend vibe, so people are on their phones again, getting ready, planning their weekend motive. So these are like a good set in stone and good midpoint check-ins in the week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? If you want to post in between, Tuesday, Thursday, do your thing. The more the merrier. The more the merrier, but make sure like you hold yourself accountable to 3 times minimum, guys, and do it for 90 days. When you do it for 90 days, you're going to see results, trust me, and it will get easier. You'll find that it's just a bit easier for you guys to create content. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about today. I just feel like, you know, it's not based on feelings, it's not based on your mood. Sometimes I feel like motivation is cute to say, but sometimes it doesn't show results. I think discipline is uncomfortable. Discipline can sometimes give you anxiety because you're thinking, right, I've got to do this, right? Even if I don't feel like it, I've got to show up for myself. And that's what's going to get you where you want to get to, guys. I'm telling you. You have the power in your hands to create your destiny. No one is got that power but you have full autonomy, full power of your destiny, of your success, of whatever you want to do. You can do it, but you need to show up for yourself, and you need to have like measurable KPIs that you can track over 3 months. You can say, right, I posted 3 times a week across 90 days. How much followers have I got per week? How much followers have I got per month? How much likes have I got every month? And that way you can measure growth, right? And you can kind of create like a chart if you're into that. I'm very into all these things, you know. I'm very fun, I'm very playful, I'm very colorful, I'm very Barbie, you know. I'm very girly, but I'm very into my kind of like, I'm very organized, guys. I like to plan ahead. I like to have notebooks. I have notebooks for everything. Listen, there's nothing like too many notebooks, you understand? I like to track properly. So having the right notebooks, having the right tracking in terms of like what you're trying to achieve, and also, how else do I like to have like charts. I like to like see my growth across like a chart, like a graph, and that way I can kind of like measure a bit easier as well. But yeah, do what works for you, but do track your success. Don't just like have it in your mind. Like, do write it down, do track it on like a graph or like a little spreadsheet, you know what I'm saying? But that is it for today. Build discipline, build a system, show up consistently, and you will achieve amazing things. You will achieve amazing things, trust me. Show up consistently, build systems, build discipline, and especially when it's quiet. Sometimes I feel like show up consistently when it's quiet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be so loud about your growth. You don't have to be so loud about I'm doing this now, but just have it in your mind that you know what you're trying to gain and what you're trying to achieve at the end of all of this, and you will achieve amazing things. You will, guys, trust me. So take on the challenge. Set yourself a goal, do it for 90 days, and watch the growth. Watch yourself evolve and become more secure in your destiny and what you're trying to achieve. But on that, make sure you're following me. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. All of you that's watched this video, big you up. To everyone that's watched from the beginning to the end, everybody that stayed here from the beginning to the end, big up for all of you. I love all of you. Do you get me? Big up, big up, big up. But guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and catch me on the next YouTube video. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about, do let me know in the comments, because I'm very open to like different topics or anything that you guys are struggling on. I'm very open to like help you guys, and we can always talk about things. And this is a safe space. Like, this channel is a safe space. It's not where I'm penalizing you guys, or, you know, no one's better than anyone. We're all learning and growing, right? And I'm on TikTok twice a week. So TikTok live, I'm on there Monday, Wednesdays. Sometimes I come on Thursdays and Fridays, but I will always let you guys know if I'm about to go on TikTok live, so you guys know to join me. But do follow me on TikTok, because I'll be posting up on TikTok. Follow me there, guys. Instagram, follow me. Both my platforms, the links to both my TikTok and YouTube is on my description, so all of that's in the description below. But catch me on the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for every follower. And we're back again, new week, and never let no one stop you.